Welcome to Action Coaching. Certainly delighted that you join us on today because we got a special coaching session in store for you. Remember, I believe that everyone needs a coach. Yes, God has placed coaches in our lives so that they can help us live out the potential that God has already placed in us. And that's the reason you need a coach. And certainly Action Coaching is designed to bring that God-given gift out of you so that you can begin to live at your full potential. And so we're excited about it. Certainly I want to encourage you to let others know about Action Coaching. And of course, if you watch it on YouTube, hit subscribe, Facebook, hit like. Let everyone know that they can be coached each and every week on Action Coaching. And certainly we want to thank God for you doing that for us. It is our desire to coach as many people as possible so that they too can live their best life now. Now on this week, I want to talk about a term. If you have not heard of it, then I'll explain it, but I think a lot of people have heard of this particular term, and the term is glass ceiling. You know, when I was growing up as a teenager and even as an adult man, there seemed to be always a glass ceiling over certain things. And so they use it in business terms to say that even though you can rise up in the business, there is a certain glass ceiling that you cannot rise above. And then, of course, even as a person of color, then consistently in my walk with Christ and the things that God have allowed me to do, there have been many glass ceilings that I have encountered. And so the reason they call it a glass ceiling is because glass in itself is clear, meaning that you can see that it's a place that you can go, but the only thing you can do is see the place that you should go. But however, someone has placed a ceiling over that particular place to say you can only go so far. And so that's the reason we have a quote-unquote glass ceiling. Now, in this coaching session, I want to talk about how that you can get through the glass ceiling. First of all, it's got to be broken. But however, there is a place in life where you can get through the glass ceiling. I know many of you that are watching me now are tired of saying, I can see where I can go. I can see it as clear as I can see the sun in the morning. But however, just seeing it is not the same as being able to do it. And I'm here to let you know, if you can see something, chances are you can accomplish that particular thing. But a lot of people spend time looking at the glass ceiling and never do anything about it. One of the points I do want to stress here is that there are a majority of people that like to look through the glass ceiling and that's all they ever do in life. They complain about something is always holding me back. There's a glass ceiling over everything that I do. Whether it's a man or it's a woman or whatever, somebody is always complaining about the glass ceiling. Now that particular person will complain because they don't want to put in the work that is necessary to break through the glass ceiling. Yes, it's going to take some work. It's going to take some action. You need to quit expecting that greatness and success is not free. It is hard work. And if you want to move to the next level in life, then you got to be prepared that you're going to have to break some things. You're going to have to break through some things because your destiny is there, But the question is, how bad do you want it? So there are always lids. There are always glass ceilings, so to speak, on every single thing. And if you want to go to the next level, then you got to understand there is a breaking through process. The glass ceiling is there, yes, to hold you back, but it's also there to help you see that there's much more for you on the other side of that glass. Have you ever been in the house some days and it's raining on the outside? And see that it's raining and the wind is blowing, and you already factor in your mind that there in that rain and in that wind, because this is a tough day. But then at that same glass, in the rain and the wind and everything else, somebody driving a car down the road. Somebody is actually walking in the rain. Somebody is doing something that you normally would not do on a rainy day or a windy day, because you're already looking through the glass and said, I am not going to go out there this particular time. Such a success in life. Not everybody is going to do what it takes to be successful. Not everybody's going to do what it takes to be great. They'll want it. They'll talk about it. They'll look at it. But they're not willing to put in the necessary work that it takes to break through the glass ceiling. When God first gave me a vision, it wasn't like I just saw the vision and I took off and everything was easy and I didn't have no problem. No, there was a ceiling even on that vision, because I could only go as far as, I like to say it this way, how much glass I'm willing to break. How many things am I willing to push through to achieve the level that I see that I could go? It's amazing when you can see that you can go a certain place and in life you never achieve it. But I am excited about this coaching session right now, because already you're saying in your mind, no glass ceiling is going to stop me. No closed door is going to stop me. No adversity is going to keep me from going where I already see that I can go. I'm not here to tell you that it's going to be easy. Matter of fact, I'm here to tell you I know it's not going to be easy, because there are going to be some things you have to do, some adjustments you have to make, some mess you have to put up with, difficulties you have to put up with, but however, it is all worth it to make it through the glass ceiling. So I want you to remember that my first point is, though you can see where you go, it's still going to take a lot of work. I've seen a whole lot of people that want to climb on somebody else's platform and think that will make them successful, but they're not putting in the work to create their own platform and know that whatever platform they're on, they are going to be successful. So it takes something breaking through the glass ceiling, and I am certainly excited about it. Now let's talk about number 2. Whenever you break glass, then yes, some of the glass will shatter, but of course there's some of the pieces that are still within the frame or the window, and they call them jagged edges. So that means even though the initial part of the glass is broken, if you're not careful how you go through there, you can experience a cut from the jagged edge that are left. Now, one thing about the glass ceiling, now even though you're breaking through it, there are going to be some cuts. There is going to be some bleeding. Because some things in life, first of all, you got to understand, if you're going to go to the next level, you got to cut it away. I found out, not in a hurry, it took a period of time to understand that where I wanted to go, I could not carry everybody with me. Friends that I thought I had to understand they had to be cut off. Now, I don't want you to go anywhere. I'll be right back to talk to you some more here on Action Coaching. I left off talking about the things I realized that once I had broken through the glass ceiling. I talked about how there are jagged edges on the glass even though it's broken, and if you're not careful how you reach through, you can cut yourself. One thing everyone has to learn, to make it through that ceiling, there are going to be some cuts. There are some people that you cannot take with you. And of course, I found out that trying to take them is like a cut. It causes you to bleed. It's unnecessary energy because they are not ready to go where you already saw that you can go. Don't mean any harm. Not trying to be cruel, but it's a fact of life. If they are not going after the same thing you're going after, then ultimately they become a weight to you. Have you ever tried to exercise maybe with a partner and you're all ready to get out in the morning and exercise, and then you call them and say, oh, I'm still asleep, I woke up late? Let us not go today. I want to go with you, but let's go tomorrow. And if you ain't careful, they'll talk you out of doing your exercise. But you have to make up in your mind that there's a certain shape and condition I want to be in, and I don't want to be in it because of them. I got to make up in my mind that this is necessary for me. So thinking about the glass ceiling, there are going to be some cuts. You might as well get ready. You're going to have some cuts, breaking through some things. Second thing, not only are there going to be some cuts and breaking through, when you break through the glass ceiling and you get on the other side of the glass, you're going to realize the way you lived on one side of the glass is not the way you're going to be able to live on the other side of the glass. I found out that when God gave me a vision, a whole lot of things I thought I could do the vision and carry with me. But I found out following a dream, achieving something in life, there were a lot of things I had to let go. One of the amazing things about houses, people that have homes, not even homes, apartment, isn't it amazing how much stuff you have in your closet, or you got it shoved under your bed, or you got it someplace in your house or your apartment that you don't even wear the outfits anymore. You don't even wear the shoes anymore. You don't even have any reason to use those particular things anymore. Yeah, they have a term. They call it junk. Some people just hoard up so much junk, they can't even hardly move in their house. It takes them hours to look for what they really want to wear or really want to put on, because they got to spend a whole lot of time going through the junk, moving the junk around that they never do wear in order to get to the stuff that they want to wear at that particular time. That's what I'm saying. On the other side of the glass ceiling, there's not room for junk. You can't carry over stuff that was beneficial on one side of the glass to make it work on the other side of the glass. You got to let it go. Now, people try to make letting something go a negative term. You know, people have said, you said, well, I had to let our friendship go. Well, there you go. You're trying to be hard and difficult, who you think you are. And really, letting the friendship go, you didn't mean it in a negative term. We know people perceive it in a negative term, but you understood. Friendship with you is holding me from what I got to do on the other side of the glass ceiling I'm trying to break through. I found out that to be successful, be great, to be persistent, to achieve a goal, it takes time and it takes work and it takes focus. And a lot of times I've had to let people go in my life that would throw me off focus. I could not keep focus on them and the goal that I had in the first place. I had to understand that success or failure is all about me and me being focused and laying aside everything that would hold me back. Because once you break through the glass ceiling, there's a whole nother level in life that you can live. Well, somebody might be saying, well, what if I had to give up all of my friends? You act as if they're not new friends on the other side of that glass ceiling that you're living, that you're going through. Because there are people that you have not met yet that will be good for your career, good to make you even more focused, to help you understand that there are people living at a certain level you have never experienced before. Often say that, I was born in my term, we would say the projects. Okay, I know over the years they've changed the different description of things, so let's just say substandard housing. I was not born in the suburbs. I was not born where my parents had a lot of money. Now, the way they took care of us, we didn't know they had a lot of money. But as we grew up, we understood that there was a whole other world out there that we had not experienced yet. I never will forget that coming from where we come from, that I was riding with someone one time, a high school classmate of mine. And he told me he wanted me to go out to his house for lunch. Well, in my mind, I'm thinking when he said the house is going to be the same type of place I came from. But then we get to driving in the community and understanding these were huge houses. 2 and 3 cars were parked at these houses. And I'm thinking in my mind, when did people start living like this? I did not realize they've been living like that all of the time. I just didn't know it. I was on the other side of the glass looking out. Then understand that there is a capability of living like that yourself if you break through the glass ceilings that have been placed on you. In coaching an individual, in encouraging an individual to fulfill their potential, the first thing you have to do is to help them understand there have been going to be some boundaries and some things that they are going to have to break through. This is not a group discussion. This is not where somebody can rah-rah and cheer you on. This is an individual discussion. This is something you're going to have to make up your own mind to do if you are going to break through the glass ceiling. And the amazing thing about it is when you make up your mind to do it, you begin doing and working on things that'll help you become stronger and more powerful as you break through the glass ceiling. I certainly want to encourage you in this year, Many are looking through the glass. But this year is full of people that are going to break through the glass. You're not going to let anything hold you back from what you already see yourself doing. You see the person you could be, you could work hard. You see how successful you can be with your gifts and talent, but you gotta break through that glass ceiling. Whether it's a glass ceiling or a closed door or whatever it is holding you back, it's time you realize that I am going to be the person that's going to break through. Yeah, there may be some cuts. Yeah, there may be some difficulties. Yes, there may be things that you got to give up, but nevertheless, I want to live on the other side of the glass. When I determined and saw that God had a better life for me, I decided in my mind that no matter what I had to give up, I was going to be focused on arriving at the vision I saw for myself. I wasn't going to let anything and anybody stop me from breaking through that glass ceiling. I certainly enjoyed giving you these little tips on tonight. I didn't have a chance to get into everything. I just wanted to give you some little highlights, some things that you can apply. Don't try to do it all at once. Just take them one at a time, and before you know it, you'll be done knocked down that door or broken through that glass ceiling and shattered it into 100,000 pieces. Don't want you to go anywhere. I'll be right back to talk to you. Welcome back. Certainly thank God for you being a part of Action Coaching on tonight, and I trust that you have been stirred up to break through that glass ceiling, to say I am not going to sit back and see what I can be and don't go after it. Whatever I have to break through, I am going to get it done. And I am so excited for you on tonight. Now, before I leave you, I just want to encourage you to sit down and sow a generous seed faith offering for the support of Action Coaching. There's a link in my bio on the screen that will give you a host of ways to sow unto Action Coaching. By you supporting Action Coaching, you're helping us to go around the world and reach so many people with Action Coaching who need to be coached. You never know how many people have been touched around the world. Sometimes we can live in a certain place and take things for granted, but other people are not able to avail themselves to things that we think are common for us. And so by you giving and sowing to Action Coaching, you're helping us reach out and touch someone. Sow that seed. I believe when you give into God's kingdom, God will always press it down, shake it together, and run it over, and He will give you back much more than you sown into His kingdom. That is the way to be blessed. So I appreciate you helping us here at Action Coaching. Thank you so much for your support. Let others know what we are doing so they can share into it too. Well, the Lord bless you. I've certainly enjoyed talking to you. And as I do each and every week, I want to encourage you. Share the word with a friend and keep the word in action.